Hey, you have reached Tranquil Visions. I am back again for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cuspers. Um, and I'm just going to focus on your energy and get the highest message of love that you can get. Please, God, Spirit, and the universe, send me messages, bring messages through for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cuspers, and Venus. What do you have to say to Pisces? I feel like somebody is, feels like something doesn't fit in their life. I don't know if it's a relationship or a job or a home, but something doesn't fit correctly in their lives. I don't know. You can't see the shuffle. Oh, now it's shuffling correctly. Before I had to work it through, and it just seemed like it wasn't fitting correctly. Um, so some of you may have energy or maybe in a space where you feel like something in your life isn't fitting correctly. It's like misplaced. If you think about a puzzle, if you do puzzles, you're like, you may see a puzzle piece that looks like, oh, this is the piece, but then you try to fit it in and it's like, oh, something's wrong. And you realize one of the sides is slightly bigger than the piece that you're actually trying to fit it in, if that makes sense, or slightly smaller. So there's a piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit. And I'm not saying it doesn't fit in your life at all. It just may not fit in the place that you're trying to put it. Okay, what messages do you have for the sign of Pisces? I'm going to put these back. I feel like some of you may be worried about money or your stability, your home. Some of you may be confused as to what's going on with your home or your finances or your stability. Which way to go, trying to make a decision. I don't see the Two of Swords here, but I feel like it's somewhere near. Yep. Two of Swords. Somebody's trying to make a decision. At the bottom of the deck, let me check the top. Oh. Whoa. Okay. So that changes the dynamic. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second at the bottom of the deck, for the bottom of the deck. Alright, so at the top of the deck, I always check the top of the energy of the deck because sometimes messages come out of there. And I feel like you guys have three major arcanas. You have the Judgment card, you have the Magician card, and you have the Devil. Judgment, Magician, and the Devil. I feel like with this Judgment card, I feel like some of you may be called to do something. Like a higher, some type of higher calling. You have an itch in your body that's like, it's been calling you It's been calling you all your life. I get the sense that this is something that comes natural to you. You really enjoy it. And lately you've been thinking about doing it again because that's the only thing that really brings you joy. And the reason you're thinking about doing it is because we're coming into a time where everybody who has a higher purpose needs to pursue that. Spirit is telling you to move forward with your purpose because you need to do it. It's some way, in some way or some shape, it's going to help heal people. And when we heal people, we ultimately heal the earth. Um, Also, through this calling, I feel like you heal yourself. Whatever it is that you like to do, that you're being called to do again, it's like healing you, it's freeing you. If you look at, I'm not sure if we can see it, but there's like a you see that woman, this woman right here, she's like really free, like, oh yes, I'm here. you know um I feel like with this, with that image itself, is like really freeing. And whatever you're doing or whatever you want to do, it's going to free you from a lot of your worries and your problems that you have. I feel like if you pursue this, it may not have worked in the past, but I feel like this time around, because of the energy and the atmosphere that's shifting and with the planets aligning and stuff, I feel like this time around it's going to bring you to something magnificent. Yeah, and then you have the magician. This time around, before you had blockages, you had things that you had to learn in order to move forward with this thing. But this time around, you have the power to manifest whatever you want. Um, and I feel like this thing is going to, like I said, free you. But you're also going to realize that with this freeing feeling comes possibilities. I think this is gonna, you manifesting that, you doing your purpose is really gonna, it's gonna free a lot of these financial worries that you have. I feel like some of you have, with this devil card here, some of you have fears, like really deep rooted fears. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you feel like you're not popular enough. Maybe you feel like nobody's going to catch on to it, or there's going to be a lot of competition. But I feel like with this star here, if you look at it, like when you draw a star, all of the lines, you can draw a star without stopping, and they all connect. So I feel like whatever you're doing with this judgment card, whatever you're called to do, if you link up with people who are like-minded and work with them and keep an open mind about working with them, I think it'll work out well for you. And also keep in mind that you don't always have to be at competition, in competition with somebody. It doesn't always have to be a situation where, okay, well, I want to do something and this person wants to do the same thing, but, you know, they're better than me or I'm better than them. Like, nobody has to be better than anybody because everybody has their own strengths and their own qualities that they bring to the table. Just because somebody's doing the same thing as you doesn't mean that you guys have to be at odds. It's, you're stronger together than you are apart. Anything that is separate causes chaos. Period. So, if you know people who are into whatever you're into, who are doing whatever you're doing, Um, I mean, it has to be the right people. It has to be the people that has a mind frame of togetherness and not separation. If you know a person who has the mindset of togetherness, hey, we can get together, we can do this, we can work this out, Um, if you put aside your differences and you really focus on the goal instead of who's better or who's worse or what you bring and what they bring, like if you focus on how the outcome is going to be with both of the aspects that both people bring, then it'll be a more harmonious environment for fruitation. With that being said, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is talking about creativity. It talks about freeing your creative voice, um, being passionate about something. And it also talks about an offer of passion. I feel like your spirit guides is telling you they're offering you this freeing um, opportunity, opportunity to free your passions, to free your creativity in order to move forward to a better way of life with this Hierophant here. This is a higher calling. This is not just something that you just want to do and you've been thinking about it. This is something that you were sent on this earth to do. You agreed, you signed a contract before you came onto this earth to do this thing because it's going to help the collective become um, come to a higher energy, and the highest energy is love. So when you think about this thing, like anything that allows you to express yourself, um, any artistic vision that you have, it it ultimately helps people to come to a more enlightened place where they're just at peace, and peace is love. Okay? With that being said, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, you have the Fool reversed, you have the Five of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups, and you have the Page of Wands. So I feel like when it comes to your passion, I feel like some of you may be worried about money. Perhaps the money is coming in. If you've already started doing your passion again, the money is coming in very slow, and you may be worried about your financial stability. This worry is stopping you from being free and following your following your path, or just jumping out there and putting yourself out there and just doing it. It's stopping you. It's restricting you in some way. And I believe that it's restricting you from putting your all into it. And because you're not putting your all into it, you are not seeing the fruition of your seeds being planted. I feel like this King of Wands is how you see yourself. Maybe if you have a passion where you're a writer or you're a singer or you're an actor or some type of creative venture, I feel like you see yourself as, I'm very talented. Like I'm the shit. You know what I mean? And you very well may be the shit. You know what I'm saying? But with this here, nobody can see that because you're afraid that things are not going to go your way. I see here with the Queen of Cups, somebody is very afraid. I get the sense that somebody is afraid to put themselves out there. They're. If you look at the card, it looks like she may be pregnant. You know, I'm not saying that anybody is pregnant. I don't get the sense of that. I mean, it may be somebody who's pregnant, or may think they're pregnant, but I really sense that this person has an idea, like a really, maybe you've been doing something for years and you just, it's like you got ideas that come through, but then it's like you had a hard time bringing them to the forefront. But lately you've had this brilliant idea to do something with this passion, but you're just sitting on it. And you're sitting on it because you're afraid that it's not going to be as fruitful as you would hope. I feel like somebody here has many talents. And maybe the puzzle. If you have many talents, you may feel like all of your talents don't fit together. Like none of your talents fit together. They're like, it's like, okay, like say, you're an athlete and you play football or basketball or something like that. And then your other talent is you're a cook. And then your other talent is you're good with public speaking. And you're like, okay, these are three totally different things that I'm really good at. And I want to make them work together, but I don't know how. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, there's going to be the Queen of Cups and the Magician card. I feel like with these two cards put together, I feel like you're in the month of February, you're going to figure out a way to have a business plan that nobody else is doing, that fits all of these talents together, and that brings in money. And if you move forward with this plan, you're going to be very victorious. And this money, even though it's coming in slow, it's going to come in. It's going to bring you a level of financial stability that you didn't even think was going to happen. And it's going to cause you to come more into your own. And it's going to cause a great level of self-love that you never even expected that you could have. You see how these, the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups. The Page of Wands is looking at the Knight of Cups. They're coming towards each other. So through your passion, you'll have greater self-love. I also feel like there's been a very strong emphasis on speaking truth. Um, Throughout all of the 12 readings that I did, you're the last sign that I'm doing. And I feel like with this Five of Swords, I feel like you need to speak your truth regarding your passion and what you want to do in life. And I feel like you may not feel like people are going to appreciate your truth, if that makes sense. They're going to, you feel like they may reject you, or look down on you for you having these ideas. But When they realize that this idea is fucking brilliant, people are going to jump on your bandwagon. Let me see what else I can get for you. Is there any other situations? And if you're single, this plan is going to bring you together with somebody who's on the same path as you and who kind of has the same ideas as you, and they're going to bring something fresh to the um the atmosphere and allow you to, they're going to have exactly what you need. They're going to be the perfect fit to the puzzle. Perfect piece to the puzzle. This may be a younger water sign person or a younger fire sign person. Water signs is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Fire sign Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. It may be an older fire sign too. Um, and they're gonna really bring something fresh and new to the table. And it's not gonna be something where you feel like it's competition. Like, oh well, I don't want to do that because your idea is better than mine, or nothing like that. Like, it's gonna be really like working together with somebody. And this fresh idea may be what gets it off the ground, really. I feel like somebody may be thinking about what is it called? Agriculture, or planting, like just planting stuff, or maybe healthy eating. Um I feel like maybe like something to do with healthy eating, exercising of some sorts, maybe dance or something like that. Some type of program to help people get healthy and to feel more free. Somebody may be into like martial arts, or some type of war art, like shooting, or I don't know what it's called when people do sword fighting. I also see somebody doing like some type of events. So I don't know if you're thinking about doing events for a living, and maybe it's something new. It's not like the average event. Maybe it's like it may not even be nothing new. It may just be something that's rediscovered, because everything comes back into style. Maybe like a ballroom dancing type thing where you're catering and you're orchestrating some type of ballroom dancing. Um, so I'm going to clarify. Spirit, can you help me clarify the King of Wands, please? Can you help me clarify the King of Wands? Hmm. Whoever this person is that's supposed to help you or that's offering to help you with this idea, it may be somebody that you don't trust with your idea, but they have money, and maybe you told them out the blue, like, on some, I'm not even supposed to be talking about it with you, but I made a oops and I just said it, you know, and then they're like, oh, that's a great idea. What if you do this too, and da 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 da? And guess what? I'll help you financially. I get the sense that you have somebody in your life that you don't really think has your back, but they really do. There may be somebody here who, the Hierophant came out again. I feel like there may be somebody here who maybe was involved in some type of religious, um, I want to say event, or has been involved in a religion, or was involved in a religion, and they did something creative through that religion that really caused them to feel free. But because they have a negative condemnation with that religion, they stopped doing it. But I feel like if you get back into the church or the religion, or you don't even have to get back involved in it, but if you like maybe help out with a church event or something, it'll put your name out there, and you'll be able to do this, and you'll come up with, if you haven't come up with the idea yet, you'll come up with an idea through this religion. Can you clarify the full card, please? Can you clarify the full reverse? Give me more insight on the full reverse for the sign of Pisces for February. I don't understand. Can you give me more clarification, please? Somebody may actually come to you from a religious group and ask you to be involved in this, and maybe you're hesitant because um, you're not a part of that religion anymore, or you're not a part of it at all, or you've never been a part of it. But I feel like if somebody comes to you with an idea that's a part of a religious group, I think you should go with it, because this might inspire you to come up with your next great idea. It might inspire you to come up with your next great idea. And I want to tell you, you're waiting on something to be fruitacious, or I don't even know if that's a word. You're waiting on something to come to fruition. You're waiting on something to be profitable, but you cannot gain profit if you don't plant seeds. So even though working with this religious group isn't necessarily something that you would like to do or you seeing yourself doing, through this work, you will gain freedom, and you'll find that joy that you once had before. Can you clarify the Five of Swords for the sign of Pisces for February? That's too many cards. All right. Strength. You need to find your strength. You need to find your strength. Through this strength, you will be victorious. If you're afraid to put yourself out there because you're afraid that nobody's going to really like your idea, just do it. Just do it. And you'll be surprised at the outcome that you have. Can you clarify the Queen of Cups, please? Clarify the Queen of Cups, please. What does the Queen of Cups mean? You may need to step back to your past. There's people in your past that can help you. That can help you give birth to this idea. And I get the sense that there's some people who's already mentioned things to you, but you're not taking it. You're not looking at it because you're not a part of the religion. But in all actuality, like, you're being very defensive. You're being defensive to the wrong people. Because what you're not realizing is, yes, these people in the past, this may be somebody in the past who's burnt you. But these people from the past are not who's coming to you. You have to understand that sometimes spirit comes to people, comes in the form of a person. And if somebody's coming to you with an idea and it's something that you were already thinking, you have to trust that they have your highest good at hand. Spirit, I'm talking about, not the person. The person may be shady, but through working with that person, it may open up doors to other people who are not shady. I really think that's all that I have with these cards. My advice is to go with it. Let go. Don't be afraid. Find your strength. If there's something that you want to do it by any means necessary, because this is what's going to free you. So I'm going to pull some romance oracle cards to give you a little bit of love today. What's going on in your love life? I just heard Spirit say nothing. So if you're single, you probably single. Your phone is dry than a bitch. And if you're in a relationship, you probably got one of those old married relationships where y'all enjoy shit like watching TV on a Saturday night. Like, fuck all this going out shit. And yeah. That was funny. Nothing going on. Alright, Spirit. What do you have? What type of advice do you have for the sign of Pisces for February 2021? You know, it's Valentine's Day. What's going on? What they going to do? Is the singles going to find love? Is the couples, they going to get it popping and spicy? Like, what's going on? Let us know. Well, I feel like those of you who are in a relationship, your relationship fits. Your relationship is very flowing and it's growing, and you know, you may have problems, but I feel like you are actually you know, just growing with each other. It's a flow. And it may take some time. You may not even see the growth right now. But by the end of February, you'll see the growth. And you'll maybe look back and be like, wow, we've come so far. We've done so much. Um, okay, I'm gonna pull two more. I usually don't pull this many cards for the Romance Oracle, but I just feel like it's needed. Okay, at the bottom of the deck it says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Um, I feel like this is for those who are in relationships. Like I said, some of you may not see the growth right now. Be patient. Be patient and think positive and just continually work on you, because when you work on you, it forces them to work on them. And I'm specifically speaking of those of you who are in a soulmate relationship, where a soulmate life partner relationship where you and your partner may have been together for a long time. You and your partner may have been through a lot of shit throughout your life, and you go back and forth. One minute you're like, oh yeah, we're happy, we're in love, we're doing this, and then the next minute it's like, oh, I don't know about this. Like maybe this is the wrong decision. Just be patient. Just be patient. Follow your heart. Be patient. Stay optimistic about your love life, because as people grow, they change. Um. So I feel like for the singles, you guys, there may not be nothing going on in your life right now. For the month of February, was February 5th already. So like right now at the beginning of February, there may not be anything going on in your life, but this is a deception. I feel like there's somebody in the mist, maybe somebody from your past life, from the past that you were dealing with, and you guys still have romantic feelings for each other. Um, and I get the sense that lately you've been thinking a lot about, having a relationship, being in a relationship, but it has to be the right relationship. It's like I want to be in a relationship, but not with just anybody. I want somebody who's going to love me to my core, who's going to come to me naked and really who it's going to be easy with. You may have in the past had relationships that were very toxic, that were very deceiving, that were everybody had masks on. You may have been in a relationship where somebody cheated. I feel like there's somebody who had a past relationship where somebody cheated with a friend, and maybe their friend got pregnant. Or maybe just somebody who was dealing with a man who was dealing with another person and they got a person pregnant. I see a pregnancy here that interfered with a relationship. Um, and so this keeps you on guard. This is like, I want a relationship, but I want the right relationship. I feel like you've healed from this past situation where you were cheated on, or deceived in some way, and now you're trying to call in your soulmate. And I feel like you have somebody from your past that you may have overlooked, or you may have had a romantic connection with. This may be an ex, or it may just be somebody you might have had a one night stand with, or somebody you just had romantic feelings for, and You guys may have never been involved. I see that there will be a reconciliation. This person's going to come back into your life and they're going to be worth waiting for. At the time, it wasn't time. This past life relationship, whatever interaction y'all had back then, it wasn't time for you guys to fully come together. There was other things involved. There may have been children, there may have been another woman or another man. But I see a lot of passion with these three cards. You see, they're passionate. They're passionate. And they're passionate. Like, I see a lot of passion. Even this one. It's like, yeah, like you guys have a deep connection. I feel like this is a soulmate. If this is if you're a man and this person from your past is a woman, I see that she may have been married. If you look at her fingers, she got a ring on. She may have been married to somebody. Or you may have been in a third party relationship where this person was married and they got pregnant by their husband. I also see that somebody may have been trying to keep somebody else a secret. Maybe a secret from their family, from their children. But whatever the case, now remember I just said it wasn't the right time. Worth waiting for. Look at the words. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Divine timing. So yes, it didn't work in the past, but maybe sometime before the month of February is out, you and this person will reconcile and it will be time. That's what I'm getting for the singles. For those of you in a relationship, I think I said that already. Stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. I also see if there's a person, a Pisces, that's looking to get pregnant, um, you want a baby, and you're actually in a relationship with somebody. I see that there's going to be a pregnancy soon. So don't worry about that. You'll be getting pregnant real soon. Divine timing. It wasn't time before when you were trying before. Now it is. Oh, she's married. I feel like some Pisces in the month of February may be getting engaged. I see engagement. If you see like her finger has a ring on it. I don't know if you can see that, but she has a ring on her finger, so she's either getting engaged or she's married. So if you're trying to get pregnant, um, I feel like there will be an engagement in February, in the month of February, or maybe shortly after, beginning of March. But after the engagement, you're probably going to find out you're pregnant. So you were like worried about being pregnant, and then out of the blue, it's just like, I'm here. So congratulations to anybody who's going to find out they're pregnant in the month of February. Congratulations to anybody who's going to get engaged or married in the month of February. This person really loves you. This person really, really loves you. And that may be why I said stay optimistic, because some of you may have given up on the fact that you may have been waiting a long time for this person to propose too. But I was getting that, some of you have been trying to get pregnant for a long time and you couldn't get pregnant. But things are about to change. The month of February, you're going to get pregnant or you're going to get engaged to. And if it's like engaged and then comes the baby. And it's going to be like a 2-in-1. Like, oh yeah, maybe February 12th, you get engaged. And then February 15th, you find out you're pregnant. It's going to be like that. Boom, boom. And I see that you're going to have a successful pregnancy. I do see a little bit of deception with somebody. So there may be a small few of you guys that are in a relationship with a person who you don't know is cheating on you, or you don't know that you're the third party to a relationship. Maybe somebody is still dealing with their baby's mother. I feel like in the month of February that'll come to fruition. There may be a little bit of conflict or drama that comes with it. Like maybe the other woman may come to your house, or maybe approach you out in public, maybe approach you on Facebook or stalk your page or something. I really do see. Ooh, I don't like that. I feel like there may be somebody who's getting threatened by another woman. Like you're dealing with a man's dealing with another woman, maybe his baby's mother, with this child in this picture, and the baby's mother approaches you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe through social media. She may actually come to your job or your house or something like that, and it's going to be some type of confrontation. I feel like you're not in the wrong here though, because you were the only one. If you look at this card, you're the only one. This is you. You're the only one without a mask. These two have masks. So I feel like, he was deceiving you. He may have not told you about this woman or this kid. May not have told you about either one of them. And I'm trying to figure out why she got a mask on. Like, what does that have to do with the situation? This may be a woman who's pregnant and hid their pregnancy. Or it could be a situation where you're dealing with a man and you guys may have been dealing for a while, and then he found out that he may have a kid, but he didn't tell you that this kid may be his. And that's why he has a mask on. And it's just a whole mess. This situation is a mess. I feel like somebody's dealing with somebody who has somebody else. They may not be actually having sex with that person or in a relationship with that person, but they have some type of tie to them. I feel like there's a baby involved. Maybe a guy doesn't know that the baby is his because the woman hid it from him, or a guy didn't know that the woman was pregnant for months because she hid it from him, and now she's revealing it, and now you're just caught up in this big ass fucking shit show. I don't know who this is for, but you might want to walk away from that person because they got many secrets. Very many secrets. Many secrets. And if it's a situation where the guy may or may not have a baby, that's his baby. I feel like that's his baby. He might be telling you, "Oh, that ain't my baby." Da 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 da. That's his baby. Shoot, the other person might actually have another person too, and they both sneaking behind both of y'all back and dealing with each other, and now there's a baby involved. I don't know who that was for, but that was real negative. Leave that person alone. He ain't gonna change. She ain't gonna change. The situation is not gonna get resolved, and all it's gonna do is bring you a whole bunch of confrontation, chaos, and confusion, because nobody's gonna be truthful. If you were dealing with a man and he was sleeping with your friend and your friend got pregnant and now there's a baby involved and he telling you it ain't his and all of this other crap, it's his, they was fucking, and you need to leave him alone. Same situation if it's a man, the roles reverse. If you're a man and you're dealing with a woman and she was dealing with your friend, or so-called dealing with your friend, and now she's pregnant and you don't know if the baby's yours or his, that baby is not yours. They are lying to you. Let her go. And let that friend go too. Anywho, that's the end of it. I am going to pull some Isis Oracle cards, and I'm going to see what your highest message is, what the spirit wants you to know. Can you give me a message for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cusp, and Venus? I'm going to pull one more. All right. So I'm going to start with this one. Key of Life. The Anak pretends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Didn't I say that? Don't give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. Let it happen. Continue with your passions. Continue with whatever gift, whatever idea you have that you're pregnant with, you're birthing. Continue with that. It's going to take you far. The spirit world, God, the universe, they're supporting you on this. That's why you got 3 major arcanas at the end of the deck. I mean, at the beginning of the deck. All right, so which one's next? They're saying this one's last. Okay, Queen of Heaven. The Queen of Heaven, the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or a woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. Continue with your path because it's divine. It's something that was made specifically for you, and you're meant to do it. This is your job. You signed a contract before you came down to earth to do it. You have to do it. And when you do it, it'll be so freeing. So freeing. Next one. Straight to. I can't even talk. Stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being, free to be you. What have I been talking about? Your gift freeing you. You're going to feel more free. You don't need, what did it say? You don't need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. Choose the life you want to live and live it. No matter who's against you, no matter who doubts you, no matter how many people support you, no matter how many times you got to get out there and rebuild and reinvent yourself, do it. Live your life as you choose. If you have a grand idea, that shit is going to pop off. This is the season. This is the season to go above and beyond and be fruitacious and plant seeds and watch it grow. This time is going to work. This time it's going to work. Keep with it. Continue to do your spiritual path, to follow your spiritual path. All right, that was your reading, Pisces. I wish you all tranquility and peace.